Hello once again, it's Alan from the All Aboard the Twin Roller Coaster page. I've also been told by the gaffer Vicky to mention we're on Twitter at PodsBoys, so get following on Twitter also. I've put out there on the page that another topic for my next video, and people are wanting to know my view on summer transfers in and outs at Newcastle. So I've done some research here, put some targets down and see what you think. Leave a comment below and give us your view on things. First off, everyone's been talking about it. Andy Carroll, is he going to come back? Will he come back? Do we want him back? I think we could do with him. He adds a different dimension to the play. Gives the flank men a target to aim at. I think CC would feed off him because we need someone to hold up the bar to invite the play in. So I think he may be a welcome addition back. And some people will disagree with that, saying they're still scoring from the January transfer. But I still think if we can get him, I would get him. But now Liverpool will be very, very reluctant to do that because of the value he is now from the £35 million we got for him. So that we'll have to see on that one. I'm looking at a midfielder, Christian Eriksen from Ajax. Very good player. Could show up the midfield a bit where it lacks. And Toyota has been playing well this season, so do we look at another one like Christian Eriksen? I think be a welcome addition to the squad. Yeah, build up play, puts himself in a build up play, might get a goal here and there. Also in midfield we've got Sam De Jong from Ajax also. Well, after his brother, the striker De Jong, but we missed out on him. But this one's a good midfielder. From what I got, he's an attacker midfielder, so he may add a bit of attack to the team. May get a few goals. We've also got in defence, the defensive outlook is you've got Sako from PSG, young French defender. Because we'll have to face it. Looks like Colaccini may be away this summer after not being happy at the club for whatever reasons. There's a lot of rumours going about. He wants to go back to Argentina. I think it was a bit of a coincidence that he got himself injured, and now he spends some of his time in Argentina. I don't know if he's back in the country. I've never seen out of him. You can shed some light on that for us. But I think he's away in the summer. He wants out of the club. So I don't want to keep an unhappy player who will just sap money out of the club. Just let him go. He's been a great servant club, a great captain. I don't want to see him go, but if he wants to go, let him go, because he won't give 100% to the cause. So we need to look at another defender. Sako's one from PSG, young up and coming defender on the European stage. We've also had heavy links with Douglas from FC20. Good solid defender, Brazilian. I think he'll do well in the Premiership. I think he can get the tackles in and put his graft in. What I've seen of him in FC20, I think he's a good could be a good addition to the squad. You also got Tompkins from West Ham. Let's add a little bit of English dimension. We can't go foreign all the time. Clubs will criticise that, and we'll criticise that, and you've got to look at the England cause. Tompkins is an up and coming defender. Could be a future England regular, so do a cash in now. He fits the bill, young defender. Also, English players have got the premium money to them for sell-on value, of course. Might have a shell-out bit of money from him from West Ham. That's if he wants to guarantee to sign a contract, so we'll have to make it attractive if we get him. But I would like to see a bit of an English tint to the squad. We've got mainly predominantly Frenchmen in, so we'll have to watch ourselves there. in the goalkeeping department, I know Tim Krul's been linked away with a club. I think it's vital we keep a hold of him. But as a number 2, I think we did balls up getting rid of Fraser Foster, putting him number 3. He's done really well at Celtic. And I was disappointed to see him go. I think he had a really bright future, and he's proven that playing in the Champions League, doing well for Celtic and going to England. So I think we'll drop the ball out there. We could also look at players like Jack Butland and stuff like that, offer mega money for them. Maybe not mega money, but just look at it like a young, I would say young English keeper. Have a look around the leagues. I think Jack Butland was away to Stoke, and I was in talks with Stoke. Did he go to Stoke? I don't remember. My mind's went blank there. But look, I was going for a young English keeper, because there's not many out there now. I know we've got a young local lad, Jack Anick, in the ranks. Bringing him on. He's only 17, so he's got a long way to go yet, I feel. And I think he'll have a bright future. I think what I've seen him, he's a good young keeper, and he's learning his trade, and he can learn off people like Tim Krul to bring on his career. In attack, we have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I'm not very good at pronunciation, by the way. He's a Senetian striker, heavily linked with Newcastle. He's a good young striker. Good, I think he could come in the Premier League and cause a bit of a kerfuffle. I think he could come in and do well. Start his career with a bang if we get him. We have to sell some money out for him. I know there's other clubs been linked with him. I think Milan's been linked with him and stuff like that. So we'll have to monitor that and try to get a deal for that. We've missed the boat on Ricky van Wolfswinkel. He's away at Norwich. We should have really nailed something there with him, because I think he's a good Dutch striker. I think he could follow in the footsteps of Van Persie, Van Nistelrooy. I think he could follow in the footsteps of them, so I think he'd be a good striker. He's plying his trade in Portugal at the minute. It's Castrop Lisbon. So I think we could have got a good cheeky bid in there and got a pre-contract with him, even if we couldn't get him in January. You know, so I think we missed the boat on that one. I was a big bollock drop that, I think, cause I think he'll come to Norwich and score some goals, you know. You've got to think of the teams going down this season, who are things going down. So you've got probably Villa, so you have to look at Benteke. You know, he won't stop in the Championship for long, and you got to think Villa will be looking at sell, like what Newcastle done, sell the players. Will get some money back for what we're going to lose in the Championship, and I'll get parachute payments, but you know, it's a hard league to get out of, you know, and does really Benteke want to stay there, you know. He scored some good goals this season. He's been very consistent considering the club he's at. If he comes to a place like Newcastle, I think he's going to better things with a team he will be playing in. Also, it may be controversial, but do a raid on QPR and get Remy. And I stumped Newcastle, but do a sort of pride. He's scored goals for QPR in a team like that, who's struggling at the bottom of the Premiership. He's had 7 starts and scored 5 goals or something like that. He's done really well. He's got pace. He can finish. Do it a sort of a pride and buy him. And now some people will be, fuck that. No, he's football once. He's down here there for the money. Yeah, so okay, and he's in there for the money, but he can't get goals, which get people out of trouble. So, and goals and results make people get out of the league, you know. So you've got to think about that, you know. You've got Adel Taarabt from QPR. He's had a fizzle out season, but is it the team he's in? Is it the system they play? You know, you've got to think about that, you know. I think he's got potential there. He's got potential there to do something. So, and I think in the right team, with a bit of flair, you've got Ben Arthur with a bit of flair there, you know, so could be a good signing, you know, so there's a few suggestions there who we could get in at the right price. And I've been banging on about a few other players, but I don't think they can cut it in the Premiership. So I'm not going to mention them. Right, we've got to get the nitty gritty in. Who do we get rid of? We've got to make some money to spend. Jonas Gutierrez, as I said in my last video, he's a waste of space. May as well cash in now, get some money back, free up some wages. He's done nothing this season. They've been playing him on the left back position. He's not a natural left back, but he's been playing there. But for years and years, he's been playing on the left, beginning on the right, I think. Work rate. He's good work rate. Like I said, the end product. So, you know, we need someone with an end product at the end of the day. If you're going to get someone like Andy Carroll in, like a target man, you need the players in the midfield to have an accurate ball up to him to feed off. And I don't think Gutierrez fits the bill. You've got to have him there playing second fiddle to another left back. Two left backs. You've got Santon and Hydra, who's going to play there. So he's going to linger. So I may as well cut your losses. Thank you very much for your service, but it's time to go. You've got Colaccini, who wants to leave, like I mentioned before. I'm saying get out. I'm not saying get out the club. I would love if he stayed. If they were to imagine in the summer and said, right, stay, persuade him to stay, okay, I'll stay. I'll be happy with that. But by the looks of it, he's away. He wants to go back to Argentina. I would thank him for his services, great services to the club. Didn't have a good start to his career, got relegated. Went in the nitty-gritty of the Championship, plied his trade, became an excellent player lad. Came back up in the Premiership and continued from there. He's been a great defender, and I'd like to thank him for his services to the club as a defender and captain. But unfortunately, he's unsettled. You've got Gabriel Obertan. He's done nothing in the Premiership. Fantastic pace, near end product, a bit like Gutierrez. He's scored a few goals, like 1 or 2. Yes, he might have scored a hat-trick against Crystal Palace on Friday in the reserves. But that's Crystal Palace reserves, who's a Championship club anyway. I think it's different in there. So, of course, you could bang them in the reserve games, but I don't think you can cut it in the Premiership. So, I think we should just cash him in, send him back to France. I think, you know, on paper he's had the potential to do it, but when it comes down to it, he's never had it. He's never had it at all. So I think we should cut the losses and get rid of him. I think it's time either to retire or move on Shola, because yes, the Mackham Slayer, he's done out this season. He's keep coming on as a sub, trying to save the game, but for years and years and years he's done out. It's very, very hard to say because he's Newcastle through and through, but we need someone as a backup striker or a striker to come on and impact the game. And this season, apart from the odd occasion, he hasn't. Move him on, let him go and do the Championship or whatever, finish his career off. Thanks for the service, give him a testimonial, whatever. And thank him, because the fans do love him, but we need to free up space, we need to free up wages, we need to free up money to bring new blood into the club, which helps her to get out this, so we don't have another situation like this season. We need quality and strength and depth, so when we've got the first team getting injured or whatever, we've got quality coming into the squad as well. So in the competition of places, where I think where it falls down to Toyota, I think he's getting too comfortable where he is. He's had a shit season. You can't pass a ball for jack shit. So I think do a cash in on him now and bring someone in like Ericsson or De Jong, you know, use that money. There's been sniffs on in the past, settle for £10 million, get thanks for your service to Raw, and bring someone in like De Jong or Ericsson who can pass a ball, who can get stuck in the midfield without getting booked every freaking game and getting suspensions. He's been getting injured a lot. I think we cash in now before his value takes a nosedive. Use the money wisely and buy some quality midfielders. You know, who we need to retain this season definitely is Johan Kabay. And I had a sticky patch, but yesterday when I seen him against West Brom, he was more confident, whacking the ball. He's not a corner taker like I say, but he can get the ball from the deep, knock the ball into the box. So if you've got someone like Andy Carroll, he can, you know, bang into the box and tail latch onto a ball. We need to keep I would love to keep a hold of Colaccini, like I said before, but he wants to gone. You've got players like Sissoko. He's done well this season and now he'll be under contract, but it doesn't stop big clubs coming in and producing money. You know, so I think we need to retain him, retain Debussy. His first few months in English football, and he's doing well. And now some people say he's not 100%, but he needs to adjust to the game, the English game. I think he'll do that in brother, Young Mbiba and Heuda are two defenders up and coming. I think in a few seasons down the line we'll have a hefty price on their head. Gouffran, he's up and coming. I think he's doing okay. Keep players like Perch and Ryan Taylor, the utility men. Unfortunately, Ryan Taylor's had another knee injury, so it's been very unfortunate for that. But keep him because he's passionate about the club. I feel, and he's got a wicked free kick, and he can play anywhere in the defence, and maybe he's on the wings if we need him. Perch is the same, defensively minded, sounding knee right winger, by the way. I want to make that clear, part. But he's really good where you need him. He's the man who'll step into the breach. You've got Ben Arthur, need to keep ahead of him, and now he's been a bit injury prone, but the flair, the speed, the finishing from him it's absolutely spectacular. Sometimes you just look at him and you're like, the wizard. He's Lee Wizard, you know what I mean? So we'll keep him definitely. Need to swap for Andy Carroll, because I think you need to buy Andy Carroll and put him in the same squad, because he's been off as a man who can create the chances. Also, I need to look at Dan Gosling. Dan Gosling as well. Like I said, I don't think he's getting a fair crack at the whip myself. Why not give him a run in the team somewhere? You got 5 games left in the season. See what he's like. Stick him in that centre midfield with Kabay. See how he does. You never know. He may be absolutely fantastic, but give the lad a fair crack at the whip, like I say. If he's not up to scratch, we'll sell him on. He's still a young lad. He's done well at Everton. He's doing I think, you know, what I've seen of him when he come on, he's okay. So I would give him a run, see what he's like. Maybe he's dropped bloody Toyota, play a 4-4-2, put him in the middle with Kabay, stick Gouffran up front with Cissé, and see how it runs. You never know. Just look it up. Just look him up. See how does he play? Because he's never had that fair crack to whip me. Like, I think he's got potential to be a good player for the team. So that's what I think on this summer. Everything going well. And getting these players for the money is a different kettle of fish. With him upstairs, the fat cat, actually getting the money out. But hopefully we'll have a good summer, and hopefully next season we can start with a bang again and then keep it going, you know what I mean? So I'll leave it there for now. I'll see you next episode of my views and watch what he's doing. Catch you later.